Kira is low. Kira is down, but the core is low as well. That's Urel to fall. Danny's still working, 12%. There's Greymane, there's Brightwing, and the core is saved at 10% health. Red, oh my gosh, Red is tearing through the members of Bronze 6. Somehow Ferret's gonna survive. Hello and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am the Crushinator, and tonight we are here in Division E East. We've got Out of Pocket taking on 30 Seconds to Mosh. Excited to get into it here, and these teams are ready and raring to go. Let's take a look at the maps real quick, see what's the setup for this series. Towers of Doom, Cursed Hollow, Garden of Terror, and Braxis Holdout all banned for today's set. And we're going to be starting off this best of 3 on Tomb of the Spider Queen, as chosen by Out of Pocket. Let's jump right into that draft. We're here. The game is about to show itself. Bam. Look at that. Garrosh going to be our opening ban here from 30 Seconds to Mosh. Tomb of the Spider Queen. We're at the point in the season where these teams have some good data on each other. They see what's working out well. They see what's being picked a lot. And I imagine they've come in here with only the juiciest of strats that these bans will allow them to pull them off. How you doing, Mr. Bourne? John Kruger? Hope you're doing well. Leoric, the ban here from Out of Pocket, one of the safer gem holders in the bottom lane. And a good tank buster to boot. Good luck, have fun, both teams, and excellent sentiment. You can hit them with that crew blue and that crew red in the chat. You've got the follower emote so you can cheer on your favorite team. Isn't that awesome? Diva going to be the ban here from 30 Seconds to Mosh, trying to focus down those powerful offlaners. Diva, not one that we see a lot, but with those boosters is relatively safe down there in the bottom lane, so they're looking to possibly get that gank on the bottom side, trying to eliminate those options is a way to go. No Towers of Doom today. It was banned first. Can you believe it? As was Blaze, and Johanna going to be picked up first here by Moby1. Johanna is down the middle as it goes. Always a strong pick on Tomb of the Spider Queen. With Leoric banned away, one of the primary counters is off the table. We'll see what the response is here from Out of Pocket. They've got the double pick coming on in. Going with the Varian, Li Ming right off the bat, showing the intentions of that draft. We could see the Varian off lane, but we do sometimes see Varian picked in counter to Johanna if they grab that Shield Breaker talent on 13. To peel away the Iron Skin. So we'll see if that's the choice here for Orkin Beans. Captain going for Jaina, Born to Shine going to be on Rhaegar here for 30 Seconds to Mosh. Rhaegar, powerful cleanse hero. Gets that from level 1. And of course that slowing totem going to be very helpful in allowing Jaina to get multiple waves of that blizzard onto the kill target. Mid-band coming on through for Out of Pocket. They're going to get rid of the Sonya. Really choking down on those off-laner options here, and neither team has picked one so far. Let's see if 30 Seconds to Mosh is going to continue the trend here. Varian Li Ming, sometimes you're worried about a Stukov that can come through with this. Anduin is a pretty good pairing as well, to just have the follow-up CC for Varian. Varian very strong with the point and click, but does have a fairly short cooldown, or a short duration on the CC, so having a follow-up from the healer position is always welcome. Artanis going to be the ban from 30 Seconds to Mosh here. Oh, a May here from Cocky, and Vate's going for the Rainer, so maybe this is a Smash Varian. Possibly even a Twin Blades here. I would think Smash versus the low health pool of Jaina and to try to burst down someone before Rhaegar can come through with the save, but we'll see what the plan is here from out of pocket. Raka going with the Rexar, and Anaressa on Cassia to round things out here for 30 seconds to Mosh. So many bruisers banned away, Rexar one of the remaining ones to be sure. Mr. Slipper's going to go for the Lili here. So I was saying, when you're thinking about a variant tank, you want some follow-up CC to be sure, but Mei kind of creates all of her own CC. So the Lili can definitely come in handy there. They've got double blinds here versus this Cassia. So we'll see. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I want to see how these two drafts clash. By the way, Moby1, Pretty Secrecy, thank you for the follows. We're getting close to our 950 goal. Let's get into game number 1 here. On the left in the blue, it is out of pocket. Cocky is on the Mei, Orc and Beans on Varian, Mr. Slippers on the Lili, Vate's playing Raynor, and Inoculus is on Li Ming. On the right in the red, it is 30 seconds to Mosh. Born to Shine playing Rhaegar. Raka is on Rexar. The captain playing Jaina. Moby1 is on Johanna. And we've got... Who did I miss? Who did I miss? Anaressa on the Cassia. They're all milling amongst themselves. I knew I missed somebody there. We got a catch onto Cocky here in the bush, going down to half health before icing on out, but leaving a nice blizzard behind to slow down any further attempts. Checking our level 1 talents, we do have the High King's Quest here for Varian. Looking for those auto attacks versus heroes, looking for the takedowns, and looking for the regeneration globes to get extra auto attack damage. Cassia going for the stacking Thunder Fury quest there on level 1. Going to be trying to scale those Qs as the game goes on. Looks like we do have Orc and Beans down here on the bottom side versus Rexar. Varian can't do a ton of damage in the early game, but can be a threat once that level 4 talent, of course, comes online. Hope everyone in the chat's here cheering on their squad today. It's always good to see the community spirit here in Division E. I don't get to do much amateur divisions anymore. I'm pretty much stuck with doing all the Storm division that I can, but I love coming on down here. Orc and Beans, ooh, has the parry for one of those autos and will barely survive there. Get it? Barely? Oh, I'm funny. Fate's going to be gathered up there by Moby1, forced on back. Right now, 30 seconds to Mosh, very good on these rotations in between lanes, getting ahead on the movement there. Usually getting ahead on the rotations means you'll have more opportunities to grab turn-ins in between lanes, so that could mean that we see first turn-in going over to 30 seconds to Mosh if they can maintain this pace. Looks like some movement down here to the bottom side. Misha going to go down as Rexar moves back to safety here. Jaina actually managed to grab the bottom camp during all of that scuffle. That'll have to be cleared away here by out of pocket. Jaina with that level 4 arcane intellect gets a lot of mana back when taking those camps and taking those lanes, so can feel free to spam those abilities a little bit more without having to go back to base. Battle continues here in the bottom lane. Raka holding it down basically against the entirety of out of pocket here for the meantime. Gonna head on back to base and grab some mana. Rexar a little bit mana hungry when you've got to cast that heal Misha more often than not. And when you've got 4 members of the enemy team down there, you're going to be healing up Misha quite a bit. First Bruiser camp crashing into the mid wall here for 30 seconds to Mosh. Cocky taking a little bit of damage there. Nice placement on the Blizzard from the captain, grabbing the wall and the hero. Cassia currently sitting on 24 stacks on that level 1. Solid pace so far. If we take a look at the experience here, a little bit ahead on minions, a little bit ahead on mercenaries, and then that half kill onto Misha are what separates the two teams right now. Both teams now with enough gems for the turn-in. We'll see who can control these mid-zones. Cocky going to be pulled in there by Moby1. Pops the cryo freeze, and now there's a stun onto 2 here. Li Ming trying to put in those bombs, but can only do that every so often here. Rock on 13, 14 here on the bottom lane, as it is going to be a smash variant here for Orc and Beans. That backline of 30 seconds to Mosh will have to watch out for those heavy flanks that smash variant is known for. Manaressa stepping up there, trying to put some damage onto the backline. As Johanna gathering up 2 there with the Sins exposed. Negative healing. Going to be pretty effective versus possible cryo sleeps. Cocky trying to walk it on out, but Mei will fall as first blood. See if that's going to be enough space here. Moby1 with 11 is enough for a solo turn, and we'll see if Inoculus has the interrupt here. No, goes towards the lane, and that is red Web Weavers for our first objective of the game. Three up top for now, trying to get this wall whittled down before the Web Weavers spawn on through. Obi-Wan taking a lot of hits from this wall, though, has to watch out as Li Ming has big burst potential when you're that low health. Got 2 in the mid here from out of pocket. Going to quickly put the clear onto this Web Weaver. Captain taking a bomb there from Inoculus. Looks to be stacking up those orb talents here on 4 and 7. Excuse me. See if it's going to be a full orb build here from Inoculus, or if it's just going to be a stack with some hybrid talents down the road. Fort's starting to take some damage here as the objective is falling. Looks like 30 seconds to Mosh have about all that they want here and are going to head on out. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Rexar putting huge pressure onto Varian here. Nisha with the follow-up. Orc and Beans, no mana, no health, forced to back away. We'll see if there's going to be a rotation here from out of pocket. Oh, Varian is actually caught here on the backside. Raka wrapped around and got that kill. I thought Orc and Beans was home free. I missed it, but nice job, Raka. On that solo kill, picking up the fort as well. Really doing a great job in the off lane thus far. Getting a ton of value by the 6-minute mark. 10s are in here for 30 seconds to Mosh. We've got the Ball Lightning, Ring of Frost, Boars, Blessed Shield, and the Ancestral Healing as Raynor caught and removed there. There's a few gems left on the ground. Blue Web Weavers do manage to get turned in, though, by out of pocket, so we'll see if they can create some counter pressure on the map here. See Raka now taking this bottom camp, going to deny the bottom lane wave even more with that one. 10's about to be here for out of pocket as well. I'm interested to see what they pick up here. Looks like it is the Disintegration Beam for Li Ming, Jug of 1,000 Cups, Avalanche for Mei, while the other two look to lock it in. Big combos coming out from both sides as Lili is popped there by the huge burst damage of Jaina. Nice counter there. Oh, Raka is going to pop the ult and look for Cocky here. There's the stun. One more axe. That'll be it for Mei. Great flank from Raka for a second kill outside of a major team fight. Mid-Web Weaver going to be worked on here by the captain. It's currently 5-0 on kills, 30 seconds to Mosh. Looking fantastic here in the early going. Was Shield Wall and Hyperion the last two ultimates picked up there by out of pocket. 30 seconds to Mosh looking for this top fort here. Out of pocket, looking about rotating up, but they're going to be seen in the lane here. Cocky moving forward to try to stop the backs, but all of a sudden is taking a lot of damage on that front. There's the smash from Orc and Beans looking for Born to Shine, moving away quickly, and with 400 health manages to get out of there. Inoculus in the back wanted to get that execute, but will not get it. As the teams attempt to reset here. There's the healing for Mr. Slippers, trying to get ready for this next fight. Fate's taking some damage. Oh, 2 are going to get hit with the Ring of Frost, but there's no damage from Jaina as Orc and Beans forces the captain to move back. Great peel there from Varian. Another turn-in ready here for 30 seconds to Mosh. As Vate's going to get interrupted there on the turn-in. Moby1 looking at possibly gathering up one here is going to take 2 as Orc and Beans being chased along the top side Cocky taking some damage there as Rocka's forced away. Misha first to go down as the chase continues, but May doing a great job of splitting off the aggressor. Obi-Wan with 19 is going to drop those off here. Anaressa, the next highest amount. Born to Shine with 14 is not quite enough there. The captain, Jaina trying to duel with Li Ming there. That is a tough spot, but managed to avoid that volley. Big engage in the mid. Vate's taking huge damage. Rocka once again with the heavy flank is going to get Raynor and is looking for Cocky next. That is May to fall. Mr. Slippers with the fast feet trying to get away from Misha there. Taking a lot of damage on the way out once again. Misha is also tanking that fort, allowing Rexar to move forward and keep on auto-attacking. Great pair of kills and a turn-in here for 30 seconds to Mosh. We're going to step up and look to grab this structure. Varian 1 out of 3 quests done on that High King's quest. Going to be tough to get those... that 5-hero takedown one is one that is probably going to be pretty tough for them. They're going to have to turn this game around if they want that power spike. Right now, 30 seconds to Mosh. Flanking around here, Inoculus. He is going to get caught there. The short blink is large burst damage from Cassia. And there's a great catch from the captain. Li Ming is removed. Webweaver's mostly taken down here. Bottom lane still pushing into this wall. Varian has to deal with that. It looks like 30 seconds to Mosh there. Not done just yet. Cocky moving forward. Going to be stunned. Pulled back in as well. Cocky taking a ton of damage to the wall. And May getting more than they bargained for. Is going to fall there. Great stack there from 30 seconds to Mosh. And now they got the opportunity to keep on trucking. Working on mid keep here as Inoculus is now back. 30 seconds to Mosh going to back it up a little bit. They've taken down all 3 forts here, and they're only 9 gems away from their next turn-in. I would love to see them just rip a boss here with their 16s, and it looks like they are headed that way. Anaressa wants to fire this up. Right now, out of pocket, trying to even out the map here, getting this bruiser camp to push through mid. Without the vision provided by the lane minions, they don't really have a way to step out and deal with this. So this is going to be a free boss here for 30 seconds to Mosh. Varian holding the majority of the gems here. Not quite a solo turn-in for out of pocket, but close. We're going to see 30 seconds to Mosh layer yet another turn-in here on top of this boss push. Oh, they short 3. Anaressa picking up those 3. Oh, there's the root coming out from Jaina. Ring of Frost as well is going to catch after. Mobi-Wan securing that kill. 39 gems on Varian. Orc and Beans trying to move back here. 30 seconds to Mosh looking to get as much as they can out of this boss. Still 4 members alive here, though, from out of pocket. How you doing, Valkymer? Top keep sent low here is 30 seconds to Mosh going to start to move back. They do have another turn-in all set. Rocka going to get that rolling. Out of pocket definitely on the back foot here. It's going to be tough to make sure all their keeps are standing on this defense. You might lose some keeps here if you're out of pocket, but it's important to make sure that you try to stay alive. Ooh, Orc and Beans stepping up there for a spicy hit. Oh, and it is going to get caught. Great response from 30 seconds to Mosh there, punishing the aggression of Varian. Red Webweavers are now on the way. Cocky trying to get the re-engagement here. Good positioning, as now the Webweaver is moving into this keep. Cocky's still just sitting on that backside there. Jaina got to watch out for Vate's damage on the edge. Cassia going to be sent in with that avalanche of May. Cocky will not be caught by the Ring of Frost as Anaressa moves on back to the team. Aisha trying to get the stun there onto Raynor, not quite getting it. Anaressa put back to full health once again. The fight continues, but as 5 now is out of pocket. Top keep is going to fall to that Webweaver. 30 seconds to Mosh, still with no deaths. It's going to grab 2 keeps. We'll see if they want to press the issue here, if they just want to maintain their map advantage. Pretty secrecy, Crushador, thank you so much for the follows. We're only 2 away from our goal here. 948 followers right now, feeling good. 30 seconds to Mosh, taking down the final keep. We'll see if they want to look for a pick underneath this core. Raka is low and is going to be blown up there by Orc and Beans, but Mobi1 trying to re-engage. There's the heals from Mr. Slippers. 30 seconds to Mosh, forced to back away there. I don't mind that. I mean, trying to go in there and end that game, I feel like, is a fine play. You've got plenty of gems before you can get another turn in. Boss isn't ready for another 2 minutes. You might as well hang out, see if you can get a couple picks and try to end there. Losing 1 hero, yeah, there's a little catch-up experience, but you're still up 2 levels. I think they're doing just fine. Out of Pocket now has to play the cleanup game on all of these catapults. Full catapults in all lanes here. It's going to be a lot of cleanup duty. "30 seconds to Mosh. Would love to find their level 20s, though all the lanes are kind of pushed in. It's going to be a bit difficult for them to go out and get that experience. And Out of Pocket would love to just grab a fight here. Oh, Blessed Shield comes out. That's going to be a catch. Mr. Slippers is pulled and removed. 20 gems on the ground here. Great catch there, setting up in the bush, waiting for everyone to be ready. 30 seconds to Mosh. Find their 20s off that kill. '20s are moving in here. Oh, there's another route onto Vates. Rainer is taken down. That's a 2nd kill here. Now they're moving forward. Cocky going to try to slide on out of there as we've got a Bruiser Camp pushing through the mid. May is caught, gets all 5 in the avalanche, but unfortunately goes down in the process. 3 members down right now for Out of Pocket. We'll see if this is going to be a push to win. Force shielding is getting low here. Orc and Beans trying to push onto Born to Shine, who gets that first Ancestral Core down to 50%, and this looks like it's going to be it here. 30 seconds to Mosh. Very strong opening here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Goes up 1-0. GG. Very nicely done there. 30 seconds to Mosh, taking the first game in this set. Out of Pocket. Looking like they were trying to come back there. Varian got some nice smashes onto the edge. May was doing a really good job with zone control there, but unfortunately, just falling behind in those levels, and they couldn't secure those kills, and they're going to try to come back here in game number 2. Let's go to the post game. See what the stats can tell us here. Inoculus on Li Ming, 93,000 hero damage there coming out for Out of Pocket. Super high damage numbers for Li Ming. Very nicely done, Inoculus. Anaressa on the Cassia getting top damage there for 30 seconds to Mosh at 55,000. We'll take a look at the talents as we update the scoreboard here. Get ready for a game number 2. All right, welcome back. We are setting up here for game number 2 in this Division E East matchup. Out of Pocket currently down 0-1 against 30 seconds to Mosh here, and we are getting our second lobby all set. We're just waiting on one more player, and then we'll be able to jump on in there. So you get cat time. Are you ready for cat time? Here it comes. Cat time achieved. Goes over there, gets all ruffled. I gotta smooth him out so he looks good on camera. Goodness gracious. Can you believe it's been so long that he's been lying there and he doesn't clean himself off before he lies down? He just does this. And he's all ruffled. And then I gotta fix him. Unbelievable. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let's check out the maps while we got a second here. We are going to be going to Battlefield of Eternity for our game number 2, as chosen by Out of Pocket. Have I got that right? No, they switched it. This one was chosen by 30 Seconds to Mosh. Must update! Do I have that right? Hold on a second. Is this backwards? Picked by red. Update. There. What happened? It was right, and then I didn't click it, and it was a disaster, and oh my goodness. It's like I'd never done this before, man. Alright, looks like we got our 10th player on in here. Wait for the captain's readies, and then we'll be all set to go. Which means... we are here on Battlefield of Eternity. We had one switcheroo. The side of 30 Seconds to Mosh, Dire Pants entering the fray for Raka. Here on BOE. No... was there a switch? Was Great One in the last one? I don't think Great One was on the... Hold on. Hold on one good gosh darn second. There were 2 switches. I thought there was only one. Inoculus stepped out and Great One stepped in here for Out of Pocket. It's a double switcheroo. Tank bands coming on out. Johanna not going to be allowed this game. Garrosh once again removed. A Brightwing ban this time from Out of Pocket. Brightwing always a threat. Always something to watch out for. Rocket, thanks for the 69. Appreciate you. Appreciate you greatly. Big time supporter of the channel. How many months are you at now? 3 months subscriber badge, but you're at 5 months. You're almost at a new badge. Won't that be fun? Artanis, the best hero in the game, once again banned here by 30 Seconds to Mosh, respecting the hierarch of the Daylom. As Vates will bring it in on Raynor once again here for Out of Pocket. Born to Shine, sticking with that Rhaegar from game number 1 as Anaressa, opting for the Vala this time. We'll see if that's going to be the auto attack style or the burst hungering arrow style. Cocky going for the Muradin. Could see the Sledgehammer variant on 4 to get a little extra PvE damage. And Mr. Slippers doing it big on the Asmodan here for Out of Pocket. Investing in that late game scaling that Asmodan does so well. Looks like a little bit of a role swap too. Mr. Slippers was on the Lily last game. So maybe going for some different type of heroes here, going for some comforts. Or maybe Great One's just the normal healer. I don't know. I'm not sure what their normal setup is, but I'm sure they know, and that's what matters. Li Ming banned out here by 30 Seconds to Mosh, a common partner with Raynor. 30 Seconds, not going to allow that this time. Out of Pocket, once again, going to remove that Sonya. The aggressive play style is not one they want to deal with here. Ideally with Asmodan, you want to keep Asmodan safe and happy in the pocket back there and just lobbing those bombs. Shooting those threes over and over. Is Moby-Wan going to opt for the variant this time? Dire Pants going for the Blaze. Blaze a solid follow-up CC. Can throw either spell power reducing oil or auto attack slowing oil, depending on which of those backliners they want to target. Out of Pocket looking for their last 2 picks here. Going to get the offlaner in Leoric here for Orc and Beans. Great One looking for a healer. It's going to be Malfurion. I like the Malfurion. Widespread route. Keep people in range of Raynor. Keep people in range of Asmodan. And the captain says, you know, if you're going to give it to me, I'll take it again. It's going to be Jaina here to round things out for 30 seconds to Mosh. Excuse me. All right. Very burst-heavy comp here from 30 seconds to Mosh. Very late game scaling. See which comes out ahead. Here we go. Game number 2 on the left in the blue. It is out of pocket. Cocky is on Muradin, Vates on the Rainer, Mr. Slippers playing Asmodan, Great One on Malfurion, and we've got Orkin Beans on Leoric. On the right in the red, it is 30 seconds to Mosh, the captain on Jaina, Anaressa playing Vala, Moby1 on Varian, Born to Shine on the Rhaegar, and it is Dire Pants on the Blaze. Let the battle begin. Checking our level 1 talents, we do have the Gluttony quest for Asmodan, going to be looking to hit those heroes. We've got Vengeful Roots here for the Malfurion, looking to stack up that Treant damage throughout this game. See that little Treant. Look at that broccoli running around. One on attack. Vala is opting for the Hungering Arrow quests here on level 1, hoping for some extra burst damage from those Qs. And those are the big talents on level 1. This has been Talent Watch with the Crushinator. Checking on our top lane here, Dire Pants taking quite a bit of damage from Orkin Beans in the early going, forcing out a quick tap. Leoric, a great heads-up dueler, going to be something that Blaze has to watch out for. Asmodan continuing to dunk right in the middle of 30 seconds to Mosh here. The captain's doing it again. We got a rotation up to the top lane here to try to sneak that top camp. We'll see if Out of Pocket notices there's only 3 down here, as Moby1 continues to put the pressure on. What you'll normally see from teams here when they go for this strategy is they'll kind of hang out near their gate to mask how many people are in lane. You see Vates down here just ripping this camp right away. Cocky gonna step up and force back Moby1. Of course, it is a 4v3 right now, so it'll be an easy camp take there for Out of Pocket. This time, Orkin Beans sees that there's some tomfoolery going on here and is going to try to duel versus Jaina and Blaze, the captain being forced off. Dire Pants managing to cap that camp as Orkin Beans sent away as well. It's a 1-for-1 trade on those Khazra. Now we've got a camp pressure in the bottom lane. Vates stepping up and really starting to wail on this wall. Those Malfurion roots just covering the entire gate there, making it difficult for 30 seconds to Mosh to step out. Burden's headed up to the top side here to try to help Orkin Beans. It's Dire Pants putting some big damage out with that Adrenaline Stim Pack, chosen on level 1. Moby1 rips out the shield and slaps the Dunk Monster. What do we call these guys? Are they Dunk Monsters? I feel like they are. I feel like Dunk Monster's a great name for the little minions of hell. Great One a little bit light on mana here before the objective. Moby1 gonna go in for the taunt, and that is gonna be sending Malfurion back to base. That's okay, Malf needed to go back for mana anyway. No problem. No problem at all. That does allow 30 seconds to Mosh to jump right onto this objective, though, but we see Vates and Cocky on the top side. Muradin went for the Thunderburn there, so not going to be able to get that Sledgehammer value, but it is an Exterminator Rainer, which is about all of the immortal damage that they will need. Nonetheless, here, 30 seconds to Mosh between the Rhaegar, the Vala. We're going to be working this objective down quite quickly. Little bit of an immortal stun there onto 2 for 30 seconds to Mosh, but they should be able to wrap this up nicely. About 5,300 health on the shields of this first immortal of the game. Obi-Wan stepping forward here. Finds Cocky on the rotation. Out of Pocket forced to take the long route back. Grabbing a couple of those globes by the wall. As the Immortal steps on in and is ready to do battle versus these buildings. Asmo taking a quick stun there from the objective as there's a taunt onto the front line onto Kaki, who has the dwarf toss to get back to safety. Nice Storm Bolt there, allowing Vates to just keep those auto attacks rolling. Fort taking a little bit of damage there, but mostly intact. As Out of Pocket grabs their level 7s. On the top side here, Orc and Beans seem to be trading out well versus Blaze. Dire Pants light on mana, a little bit light on health. Orc and Beans looking fresh as a daisy. Just a little bit, ooh, nice taunt blow up there onto Raynor. Good job by Moby-Wan waiting for the captain to get in range. Burden going to be caught as well. What a blow up there. From 30 seconds to Mosh. Really nice job. That means they get this bottom camp and they'll see if they can lock up this bottom fort with the pressure. Checking back up here. Dire Pants got that tap cooldown back. Vates and Kaki back on the battlefield here. We'll see if they can put up the defense for this structure. Treeing out, putting those slaps down. Azmodan currently 162 stacks on that quest as a taunt goes out onto the front line, but Kaki able to jump away. Muradin, not the best blow-up target for a Varian Jaina, but sometimes you pick up that, sometimes you're able to pick up that kill. And sometimes that's the only target in range, and that's good enough for me most of the time. Grab the one you can get. About a level lead here for 30 seconds to Mosh, coming mostly off the back of those hero kills. Because right now, ooh, we got a heavy rotation up to the top lane. Orc and Beans is mounted for the moment. The captain will see the Orc coming on in here as 30 seconds to Mosh just trying to race down this objective. They're once again ahead on the burn damage. We'll see if Out of Pocket is going to try to step up for a defense here. They are in defensive position, so we are going to force a fight. If level 10's not quite here yet for 30 seconds to Mosh as Orc and Beans absorbing the engage there from Moby-Wan. 30 seconds to Mosh, forced to back off a little bit here. Is there going to be a re-engage? 10s are very, very close now. That's something Out of Pocket has to be aware of. If they want to fight, they're going to have to take it soon. There's the taunt blow up onto Orc and Beans. Leo in the front line going to be the first to go down here. 30 seconds to Mosh on the precipice. Now have their 10s. And Aressa just moving in range, trying to get those Qs onto target. Taunt there onto Kaki. Great Rain of Vengeance follow-up, and that is Muradin going down. We saw that Rain of Vengeance come on out. We also have the Shield Wall, Bunker, Ring of Frost, and Ancestral Healing. As 30 seconds to Mosh are going to clean up this objective. Great Unstoppable there from Orc and Beans to deny a further pick. Out of Pocket almost has level 10s of their own. Just a couple more minions should do it. And there are the 10s. We'll see what they're going to lock in here as the objective flies on in. Looks like we got the Tide of Sin Haymaker here for Muradin. Tranquility, Hyperion, and Entomb. Hyperion coming on out there to try to get some extra damage and create some space. Orc and Beans has been really, really good with these Wraith Walks, beating out the charge of the Varian. Oh, ring onto 2. Leo's going to go down, and a big-time root onto Mr. Slippers. There goes Azmodan. And it looks like this fort is going to be toast. Blaze all alone in the bottom lane right now for 30 seconds to Mosh as well. Now the charge taunt is good onto Malfurion. Great one trying to move away. Good pushback from the Muradin, but it's not enough as Malf goes down. Blaze still working on the bottom fort, going to be taking that out here. 30 seconds to Mosh. Ooh, Kaki catching Moby-Wan in the bush there. Still going to charge forward, look for something to taunt as the Tide of Sin slam comes on through from Mr. Slippers. Dire Pants and Moby-Wan sort of caught in Vate's range right now, really doing an aggressive play onto this camp. Kaki's going to be the first to go down as Blaze pops the bunker onto this fort, or onto this camp, I should say. Nice flank there from Dire Pants. Raynor going to go down. Enaressa, who getting hit with the edge of that Asmodan bomb. Right now, out of pocket, down level 13s. Just trying to even up these lanes. Orchid, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you hanging out. Orchid Beans waiting for some vision. Dire Pants showing in lane, so they are going to go up and take this top camp. Out of pocket would love to get their 13s, but they're not quite there just yet. They may have to do some side soak during this Immortal phase. Raynor able to step up and get this camp cleared away, though, so they don't have to deal with that during the objective. Solid clear there. 14 versus 12 in levels here. It's Moby1 trying to create some space. Out of pocket, just going for the damage onto this Immortal. 30 seconds to Mosh. They've just got the better comp for this damage. Out of pocket's in a tough spot. They're forced to defend, but they're also down levels right now. They're in aggressive positioning here. 30 seconds to Mosh. Looks like they're just happy to go back and try to burn this down, but they're going to be a little bit delayed here. Raynor trying to get some extra damage out, but the race too much for 30 seconds to Mosh. They're going to get themselves another objective. Looks like it's going to be pushing the bottom lane this time. Getting close to 13, though, is out of pocket. Leo on the top side should be able to soak that out. Obi-Wan doing a good job. That's where you want to be, ideally. You want to be able to control that vision. So you see anyone coming in from the top side, you make sure that your team's not being flanked and that they can step up to this wall without any worry at all. There's a Cocky absorbing the CC once again, forcing an Ancestral out from Born to Shine. Cocky's been doing a really nice job of that, is just absorbing that initial CC. The main problem, though, is Mr. Slipper's taken... Oh, huge stun there. Asmodan caught in the blizzard. And now a couple are hit by the Immortal Stun. Great taunt follow-up as Muradin falls. 30 seconds to Mosh. Gonna grab this keep, and we'll see if they want to keep going here. It's still pretty early in the game. Only 20 seconds till Muradin is back. Leoric is coming back to help with the defense. There's the Ring of Frost going to land onto one. Vate stepping up as well. Huge burst damage from Vala and Jaina. And this core is falling rapidly. Orchid Beans down as well. And that is going to be the series. 30 seconds to Mosh with the 2-0 over out of pocket. GG. Solid performance today from 30 seconds to Mosh. Looking very crisp out there. Getting the heroes that they wanted and executing very well. Out of pocket, showing that they knew what they were doing out there. They stayed a little bit behind in levels and they couldn't quite get the engages they were looking for there, but I feel like they can move forward and possibly give this team another good matchup come playoff time. Let's take a look at the post-match. Mr. Slippers on the Asmodan. Nearly 28,000 damage coming on out there. Enaressa on the Vala. Top hero damage there for 30 seconds to Mosh. Alrighty, I'm joined by the captain and Born to Shine. Welcome, congratulations on the 2-0.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Solid performance out there, looking very, very comfortable. Tell me a little bit about how the drafts went. Were there any heroes that you weren't expecting to come on through there, or did the drafts end up pretty much the way that you drew them up?
They mostly ended up the way that I drew them up. In the second game, I didn't realize that Innocuous wasn't there, and I was planning for the Ming ban, and I mentioned a couple things to my teammates and banned the Ming, and they're like, "Well, Innocuous isn't here," and I was like, "Oh, well, shit." So, um, yeah, it's changed up their roster a little bit. Game two, I don't think I've ever really scouted too much on Great One, so it was interesting to see what they were going to do. But otherwise, I think that from our side, the drafts were pretty good.
Yeah, looking solid out there. I didn't see what the state of the division is. This a double round robin division?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you're looking to come around on yeah. Have we reached the point where anyone's played anyone twice yet?
This would have been our second time.
Yeah, because we had a flex match with these guys, and we played that
Okay.
already. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Tell me, it's. I always found it strange because I've never played in a double round robin division. Is it? Do you find you prefer to be able to have two shots versus all of these teams, or is it? Would you rather be in a spot where you can play, that many more different teams?
I would prefer if all of them were double round robins, just because I love to play and I love to do the scouting, and it's really fun to play against a team and come back and see how you do against them again and what changes and what other things you get to do. That's, I don't know, my perspective on it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm on the same page with Cap. I like the double round robin divisions. I think, you can get to know the other players in your division better because it's smaller, and it's really cool over the course of the season to see how everyone's game one versus game two goes, to see, all the changes and, improvements that everybody makes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Glad that you have that opportunity. That's pretty cool. Tell me a little bit about the team. 30 Seconds to Mosh has been around for a little while. It seems like the roster has remained pretty much intact over the season. So is there a lot of turnover coming into season 15, or is it pretty much the same squad as it has been?
We came into season 15 with the exact same roster that we had last season.
Yep. Last season we did have kind of a change up on some things from the previous season. So, we had a bit of a rust season, and generally we usually sit like middle of the division. But yeah, we got a new coach that helped us through Nexo, Teal, who's been amazing, and really coming in to help us shore things up a little bit. And it's paying forward.
Looking fantastic. Strong in the division, looking good going. I guess we're not terribly far from the playoff round. Maybe 5
Mhm.
more weeks to go there. I always feel like
Yeah.
it's a lot closer than it actually is. I'm always thinking about playoffs.
Wow.
Hmm.
I didn't realize it was quite that close.
It's
Yeah.
not that close. Where are we? Week 5 right now? Yeah. We're
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
halfway
Something
through
like
the
that.
season here. But yeah, I mean, I guess sort of self-analyzing, was there anything from today you felt like you could have come through better on as a team? Is there anything you feel like your coach is going to talk to you about this series going forward, or do you feel like you had a plan and you executed?
I think not paying attention to the literal players on the other team while drafting and target banning is something that I'll have to work on. Um, that wouldn't hurt a little bit, hurt my pride. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of anything right now. I'm still in like post game glow. Do you have anything, Born?
I mean, there's always things to work on, things to improve on. We always do at least one or two replay reviews a week with Teal, so I'm sure we'll sit down and look at these games, and he'll point out everything that we did wrong, and we'll work to fix it going forward.
Well, you played an excellent series today. Congratulations on the 2-0. The floor is
Thank you.
yours. Any shout outs you'd like to make before we close out?
Oh, you.
All right. Well, first and foremost, shout out to the team. Really great job tonight, guys. Really great season so far. It's been awesome to play with y'all. And shout out to Out of Pocket. Thanks for the games tonight. We always have a good time. And like Cap already mentioned, Teal, our coach, definitely a shout out there. Thank you so much for all your help and your wisdom and knowledge. We really appreciate it. And shout out to you, Crush. Thanks for casting us. We appreciate you picking up the game.
Yeah, definitely excited to go rewatch the cast tomorrow and listen to that amazing radio voice come through.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. Great job. 30 Seconds to Mosh. Good job on the win, and good luck going forward the rest of the regular season here.
Thanks.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Bye.
You too. Alrighty.